Thailand's reality-acclaimed attractions have been all around recorded on TV, are utilized as settings in a few Hollywood motion pictures and harvest up over and over in present-day fiction. In any case, to observe the Grand Palace face-to-face or to watch a Railay Beach nightfall or even to move toward Phi done interestingly is ensured to send a shudder up the spine of even a solidified voyager, and the frisson of passing by a limestone stone monument in Phang Nga Bay is remarkable. From the north of Thailand in Chiang Mai to the rich southern region of Krabi, you'll be enchanted and surprisingly stunned by the crude magnificence of Thailand. Number 10. The Grand Palace and Wat Phra Kaew. In the event that there is one must-see sight in Bangkok, it's the amazing, marvelous Grand Palace, without a doubt the city's most popular milestone. Worked in 1782 and for a very long time the home of the Thai king, the royal court and the authoritative seat of government, the Grand Palace keeps on awing guests with its excellent engineering and multifaceted detail, a glad salute to the imagination and craftsmanship of Thai individuals. Inside its dividers were additionally the Thai Conflict Service, state offices, and surprisingly the Mint. Today, the perplexing remaining parts the otherworldly heart of the Thai kingdom. It is exceptionally proposed that guests dress obligingly when visiting the Grand Palace. Section can be declined to those dressed erroneously. Number 9. Phang Nga Bay. Found northeast of Phuket, Phang Nga Bay is a practically special site on the planet. Just Ha Long Bay in Vietnam presents some similitude. A particular component of Phang Nga Bay is the transparent limestone bluffs that stick upward out of the emerald green water. James Bond Island and Koh Phangan are only two of the more popular spots in this cove. By a wide margin the best methods for appreciating the staggering view, with just short experiences with the traveler swarms as James Bond and Koh Phangan, is to go on one of the boat outings from the northern finish of Phuket. A comfortable road trip cruising through the sensational limestone islands, sometimes halting to appreciate calm seashores, is definitely more compensating than the standard transport boat visit. Number 8. Similan Islands. This gathering of rocks and islands lies an hour and a half by speedboat off the shore of Phang Nga, or at least 8 hours by lethargic boat from Phuket. The territory was announced a marine national park in 1982 and therefore remains to a great extent lacking. Gotten from the Malay expression, Sembilan, signifying 9, Similan alludes to the 9 fundamental islands in the gathering. The waters encompassing the Similans are abounding with exotic fish, brilliant coral, and offer excellent submerged perceivability. Subsequently, the plunging is for the most part viewed as the best around there, and contrasts well and probably the best on the planet. Number 7. Gliding markets. Bangkok's vivid coasting markets are recognizable to numerous through the universal photographs in local escorts and travel guides. Despite the fact that exchanges are more worried about travelers instead of local people nowadays, the drifting business sector boats are as yet heaped high with tropical products of the soil, new, prepared to drink coconut juice and neighborhood food prepared from coasting kitchens found right on the boat. To appreciate the environment without wheeling and dealing over costs, take a stab at unwinding on a guided boat visit through Domno and Sadwak Market. Other drifting business sectors to visit are Tailing Chan Market, Bang Ku Wiang Market, Prakeaw, and Domno and Sadwak. Number 6. Phi Islands. The Phi Islands are the absolute loveliest in Southeast Asia. Simply a 45-minute speedboat excursion and an hour-and-a-half ferryboat ride from Phuket, these image postcard islands offer a definitive tropical escape. Exemplary seashores, shocking stone developments, and clear turquoise waters abounding with bright marine life, it's heaven consummated. There are 2 islands, Phi Don and Phi Lay. The bigger and possessed, Phi Don pulls in many guests to remain on its dazzling shores. For some, Phi Don is the final say regarding Epicurean nightlife. Beginning when the sun sets and enduring for the duration of the evening, the entire town is party focal, with its bars and clubs loaded up with youthful and cheerful partygoers. Number 5. Doi Suthep. Doi Suthep is a steady piece of life in Chiang Mai. A Thai saying goes, in the event that you haven't tasted khao soy or seen the view from Doi Suthep, you haven't been to Chiang Mai. This glorious mountain sits above the city from the northwest, giving directing perspectives on encompassing open country and Chiang Mai from its culmination. Beside its overwhelming presence not too far off, Doi Suthep is the home of probably the most profoundly cherished images in the kingdom and is home to Wat Phra that Doi Suthep Temple just as Bubing Palace. Number 4. Railay Beach. Presently on each keen voyager's rundown, Railay is one of Thailand's generally pursued seashore regions. Only south of Ao Nang Beach, around a rough headland and open exclusively by boat, Railay presents a serene and phenomenal world. In only one little landmass you'll discover dazzling white sand seashores, taking off limestone bluffs, perspectives, caverns and a tidal pond covered up inside the precipices, formed and took care of by the evolving tides. And all inside strolling distance. The actual image of tropical heaven, without any streets and no issue. Railay offers apathetic days, experience attacks and relaxed nights. Number 3. Ayutthaya. In 400 years, Ayutthaya went from a prosperous exchange and political cash flow to a totally mutilated city, looted, consumed and deserted to destroyed. The city was under a steady force battle with adjoining Burma. By it stayed a thriving community for provincial exchange and a prospering city where workmanship and culture combined. Displaying complex strategies and styles, Ayutthaya's structural legacy is a mixture of Lopburi, Sukhothai, Dvaravati, Yuthong, Old Khmer and Persian styles. Today, Ayutthaya's sanctuary and royal residence ruins fill in as an incredible token of Siam's radiant past, just as frightful recollections of perhaps the haziest period in Thai history. Number 2. Wat Arun, Temple of Dawn. Wat Arun, privately known as Wat Chang, is arranged on the west, Thonburi, bank of the Chao Phraya River. It is accepted that in the wake of battling right out of Ayutthaya, which was besieged by a Burmese armed force at that point, King Taksin showed up at this sanctuary similarly as first light was breaking. He later had the sanctuary revamped and renamed it Wat Chang, the Temple of the Dawn. During his rule, Thonburi period, Wat Chang was the main sanctuary, and it once cherished the Emerald Buddha and another significant Buddha picture, the Phra Bang, the two of which had been eliminated from Vientiane. Number 1. Khao Yai National Park. And UNESCO World Heritage Site, Khao Yai is Thailand's second biggest, 2,168 sq.km, and quite possibly the most visited public parks. It spreads across 4 areas, to be specific Saraburi, west, Nakhon Nayok, east, Nakhon Ratchasima, north, and Prachanburi, east. The most elevated top, at Khao Ram, is 1,351 meters above ocean level. Favored with a lavish, uneven scene, with fruitful valleys, beating cascades and rich biodiversity, Khao Yai is an all-year escape objective only 3 hours drive from Bangkok. Khao Yai is likewise home to a rich variety of creature existence with 320 types of birds, 67 types of warm-blooded animals and a great many various sorts of plants.